What's up, guys? So I was doing some research figuring out why exercise helps people handle stress better. I mean, you hear that all the time. Just like working out helps me get through this, helps me get from my mental state. So, why is that? So I found this article, and it was some study that was done at Princeton University just a few years ago. And I will link this below, so check it out, read it, please. And I'll read this at the top portion here. It's titled "Exercise Reorganizes the Brain to be More Resilient to Stress." All right, so physical activity reorganizes the brain so that the response to stress is reduced and anxiety is less likely to interfere with normal brain function, according to a research team based at Princeton University. The researchers report in the Journal of Neuroscience that when mice allowed to exercise regularly experienced a stressor, and exposed to cold water in this case, their brains exhibited a spike in the activity of neurons that shut off excitement in the ventral hippocampus, a region shown to regulate anxiety. These findings potentially resolve a discrepancy in research related to the effect of exercise on the brain, namely that exercise reduces anxiety while also promoting the growth of new neurons in the ventral hippocampus. Because these young neurons are typically more excitable than their more mature counterparts, exercise should result in more anxiety, not less. The Princeton-led researchers, however, found that exercise also strengthens the mechanisms that prevent these brain cells from firing. So, okay, to put it really simply, because I'm not some Ivy Leaguer from Princeton, obviously, if you watched any of my videos, let's face it. But, alright, so here's the thing. The brain cells, when you see someone like wigging out from some type of stressor, they are not, if someone's fit, hopefully you guys, because you watch my channel, if you're fit, those brain cells do not fire off, or as many, put it that way, okay? Just enough to get you out of this stressful situation. And where if someone who's out of shape, they enter a stressful situation, their bodies tell they light them all up. All those brain cells that makes one wig out, stress out, they're firing. So that person is going to feel the stress much more and not be able to handle the stress as much because of being overwhelmed by that. And this is your body's kind of defense mechanism to get you out of trouble and stressful situations. But for instance, if you truly are in a dangerous situation, someone that's a little more conditioned, hopefully, us in BJJ, will be able to handle that situation more appropriately and get us get us out of that stressful situation. Where someone that's not trained for stress, their bodies just light them all up, and then but unfortunately, it's a lot of times it's total panic. I mean, it's also to kind of use another reason too is, hey, if you truly are in a dangerous situation, life-death type situation, being more fit definitely has its advantages, right? Or even just get you out of trouble type things. Just kind of use a really crude example, but like back in the day, high school, even college parties. If the cops, well, maybe that was Freudian, I don't know. If they showed up to bust up a party, sometimes sometimes they, the deal. If sometimes they show up, they just want to throw everyone out. That's it. But sometimes they want to come in and they want to be assholes and they want to make a few arrests to make a point. Not put up in any bullshit. Maybe crack a few heads. Some people handle those situations a lot differently than I did back then when I was young and fit. Hopefully I'm still fit. I'm just not young. But so those situations when for instance, I was never horribly stressed. Say we had a big party, everyone's spilled on the lawn in the street. The cops showed up. I'm like, what are they going to do? I mean, I'm going to take off. And I was, especially back then when I still had some speed left. Don't anymore. They're not going to get me. Whatever. They're going to, if they want to make some arrests, You know, that's they'll be grabbing someone else. I mean, because I'm sprinting, I'm gone. Sometimes I had to, right? You know, some crazy stuff happened. You know, when you're 19 and a cop sees you, chugging a beer down, and they yell at you, you know, and I'm gone, man. And I did that on a few occasions when they yell. It's like, shit, he's not gonna run after me. And I was confident in that, and they didn't. You know, he's gonna grab someone else, some other underage drinker. Back then, and you know, and take them down. You know, they're gonna take the easiest route, and it was never like. But I remember though too, the people that didn't have that type of ability. I mean, those situations were a lot more stressful on them. You know, where I used to laugh about it later. You know, everything went down, like they were really tore up about it. Oh my God, I could have been in so much trouble. Never gonna do that again, kind of thing. You know, it's like, dude, come on, man, whatever, relax. You didn't get caught, but you know, the handle of stress, you know, totally different. But I guess I was looking at it from my perspective. It's like, oh, dude, I know I can outrun all this this shit. So, hey, I'm not saying outrun cops, kids. Of course, listen to authority. So, all right, guys. Really, that's about it, though. I mean, our brains are trained. The bottom line is our brains are trained better to deal with stress, and those brain cells that would that fire off in stressful situations, either a lot less of them fire off in our bodies than someone who is not fit. Okay, so guys, any questions, leave them below. I'm not sure I'm an expert on this, but I can at least do some research if you have any questions, and hopefully find them, and read the article too. It's pretty cool, you know, give you some good perspective on this and everything. So all right, and if you yet subscribe to my channel, please do that. We'll talk to you soon. Ooosss.